Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hey, we're back. It's the Coon Prairie Ramblers, and it's time for the If Bomb.
It's fixing to drop, boys and girls. Here she comes.
Look out. Boom.
Yes.
Boom.
All right. If you had any say-so in your, I won't say your demise, but for your demise and your what's going to happen to you afterwards. We haven't talked about this subject yet. Are you going to go for a funeral or a memorial, or do you want to be buried, or do you want to be cremated, or do you want to be set on fire, or what do you want to happen to you, and what kind of service do you think you would like if you had a service, and maybe who would sing, and what would they sing, and would you wear a suit and tie, or anything to do with that kind of stuff? What kind of service would you like?
Well, my mind is always thinking about pain. Of course, I know when you're dead, you feel no pain.
That's what they say, but nobody knows.
But when they
heard to be dead.
I don't know if I would want to take my chances of being cremated, because who knows?
Chances? Why?
And if you were just had a regular funeral where you laid out in a casket, well, you know what they do to you before that? They run these hoses into your body, or they poke you and
that ain't all they do. They do a lot of stuff people don't know that's highly unpleasant.
Oh, yeah.
And it would be embarrassing if you were alive. Mm-hmm. You don't want nothing to do with that.
Traditionally, my thing is, well, just to be laid out in the casket and everybody come around and,
people say, "Oh, don't he look peaceful?
Yeah,
he looks like he's aslead."
And they reach down and give you slobbery kisses and stuff like that. And little kids come by and touch you, like
cold and clammy.
Yeah. But you know what? Remember the movie the Vikings? Kirk Douglas.
Yes.
Well, he's probably in one of those Viking movies. Anyway, one of those Viking movies. Somebody died, and they put him on a Viking ship on a pyre. And they pushed him out to sea, and they set the thing on fire.
Yeah.
And then this nostalgic whistles or bagpipes are playing in the background.
Well, they probably cooked some s'mores over you before they did that. Refreshments. Roasted some marshmallows.
And then you just became ashes and became part of the sea. And
the worms, the fish ate the rest of you.
Yeah.
Okay.
How's that?
That's all right.
I got another idea, but I'll like to.
What about you, Casey? What do you want?
I don't really care, and I hadn't thought a whole lot about it. I think I would just soon be cremated. I'm not worried about. Doesn't it say ashes to ashes and dust to dust?
That's right.
So I don't worry about it.
You'd have like a. I like that when you do that, you have more of a memorial service. It's not as hard on the family. It's a celebration of their life instead of like here he is dead, laying in a box.
Yeah.
Yeah. The funerals are a big letdown. No pun intended.
Yeah, I heard that.
And when you're cremated, they don't really have to have the ash. I'd rather not even see the urn. They'll set up the urn and then some pictures around here. I'd just rather see some pictures.
That's what most people do now. I'm going to be cremated. I've already paid for mine, in fact. I'm definitely going to be cremated, me and my wife. Not a problem. So it's a lot cheaper. And you paid for it years ago.
You going to make her go first?
Well, I don't know. I don't know. But what song would you want sung at your funeral, you think?
Well, I know what I don't want.
Okay.
He did it his way. I don't want that. I don't want that one.
How about you, Casey?
I want something upbeat. I don't want to. I'd probably, the one song I could really think of right offhand is I'll Fly Away.
That's a good one.
I would want the one that goes, I'm a moving on up to the east side.
Yeah, right. That'd be different. I think I've already picked mine out, because when you you pay for your cremation, you make all your arrangements. I'm going to hopefully.
But you can do I'll Fly Away upbeat. You know what I mean?
I chose Peace in the Valley. I like that one, but I'm leaning more now towards the theme song from Woody Woodpecker, because I think it'd be real upbeat right there.
Well, there's a fellow in town. I went to his funeral out at Pine Level, and the song that they played was the Snoopy song with the piano.
Snoop Dogg?
The Snoopy
the piano music.
Oh, the one that the little Schroeder played.
Yeah.
You know the actual name of that song is? It's called Lucy and Linus. That's the name of that song. It's a really cool song, too.
Yeah.
Snoopy's always dancing to it.
Uh-huh.
They played on the MetLife commercials.
Yep.
Yeah.
One of those jazz.
Yeah,
One of those
That'd be a good one.
Yeah, have a little bit of jazz piano or something like that, or ragtime.
You think it'd be cool to be like, was it Huckleberry Finn or Tom Sawyer that went to his own funeral and was watching him have, because they thought he was dead and he saw everybody.
Yeah.
It was one or the other.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool to be a fly on the wall there to see who shows up, and they'll be mad at you when they find out you're alive, but you'd be
Yeah.
mad at some others for not showing up. Why weren't you there?
Man, I've been to some funerals where there was some real wailing.
I've been to, I can't count the funerals, but I've been a pallbearer I don't know how many times. I've sang at a number of them, which is hard. And the hardest thing to do is to speak at a funeral.
Yeah.
If it's somebody, I've had to do that 2 or 3 times, and the worst was my son-in-law that passed away. Man, he asked me, he knew he was dying of cancer, and he asked me to do it, and I couldn't say no. I said, yes, I'll do that, but when the time came and he was gone,
My.
I ended up recording it at home
Yeah.
or whatever, and it took me about 7 tries to get it even where you could even listen to it or whatever.
Yeah.
And that was, it was hard just to record it, and it was super hard when they played it at this memorial service. I don't like singing at funerals, but I'd rather do that.
Yeah.
Or be a pallbearer. That's the easiest job right there.
You don't like seeing them?
Do I like it?
You don't like it?
To sing at a funeral?
Yeah.
No, not if there's several of us singing, there's safety in numbers, I'm okay, but I've had to sing some by myself.
Yeah.
That's super
Okay,
hard.
I got it. I want
What?
Luke Wilson
Hey,
to sing "Satisfied Mind."
A satisfied mind. Porter Wagner.
Yep, that's what I want.
I'll leave this old world with a satisfied mind.
When my life is over, my time is run out. My
yeah.
friends and my lovers, I will leave. There's no doubt.
Well,
But
just-
one thing for certain, when it comes my time, I'll leave this whole world with a satisfied mind.
That's a good song, actually, but
That is a good song.
I'm going to
Think
beat you
about
to the
it.
grave, though, so I ain't got to do that. Mailman
How
will
many
do it.
times have you heard someone say, "If I had money, I'd do things my way"?
That's right. I did it my way. That's a pretty good song right there.
That is. I'm gonna tell you what. That may be the most perfect of all times.
He stopped loving her.
Oh, yeah.
A place to breathe the
That's a
poem.
sad song, though.
That other one, that's Farewell Party. That's a good funeral song, too. Thank God and Greyhound, she's gone.
Yeah.
You do that for if one of your old girlfriends dies, you play that one. Thank God and Greyhound, she's gone.
I like the funerals that they give at presidents. You know, with
They
the
go on all day.
yeah,
Oh,
the horses drawing the cart down the
all the dignitaries
Yeah.
coming. Oh, yeah.
and marching and stuff. Boom, boom. Yeah.
All day.
Well, that one for Reagan. I mean, they started in California. They flew him a 4-hour trip over to Washington D.C. one day in the morning, and then they did the funeral there. Then they flew him back, and they had to finish the thing in the evening.
Really?
It was an all day. It started out in California, went to D.C., came back to California in the same day.
Traveling stiff right there.
That was, I bet that was really hard on Nancy, because she was up there in age, and man, of course she had to, I guess, get a nap on the plane flying back. But
Where do you want to be buried or scattered, torched, or what?
well, you know what? Okay, there was a Star Wars movie where Spock died.
Right.
I mean, the movie.
I thought you were going out on a ship. Now you're
And
going
they put him in
space.
Spaceship.
a capsule.
Oh,
They sent him down to this planet or Earth or wherever it was, and it landed in the bunch of it was in a bunch of ferns, or like in the forest,
Right.
in the ferns. Of course, the casket was kind of broke open so they could have the sequel, you know.
Right.
But I always thought, man, yeah, be buried out in the middle of the woods under a bunch of ferns.
All the animals and the worms to eat you and stuff.
Yeah, you go that way anyway.
How about you, Casey? Where are they going to lay you down at?
I don't care. I gave it no thought. I want to be, just cremate me, and I don't care if you put me in a urn or a vase or a mason jar. Put me in a mason jar.
What if somebody accidentally drank it?
I used to drink
like
that
it was,
powder. They think it's Metamucil.
Yeah.
Power shake or something.
Man, this stuff is really binding me up.
I heard that. You got a family plot somewhere?
Me?
Yeah, both of y'all.
I got two.
Yeah,
I
we
could
do, but I don't want to be there.
Joshua
I don't.
Creek?
I mean, both Joshua Creek and my mother-in-law wants us to come down and join her in Fort Ogden.
Oh, boy.
Oh,
Come on down.
they could split you.
Cut you in half and put half there and half there.
Yeah.
You'd be 2 places at one time then, finally.
Well, my wife's family, they have plots at Joshua Creek
Okay.
But I could also be a veteran. I could go to Sarasota to the Veterans Cemetery.
Yeah, that's
And my
nice.
wife, if she died, she could even be buried on top of me.
Yeah, that's where they do it. They got a lot
What?
of uncles buried over there.
They'll stack you up
They sure do. They bury
Yeah.
them deep enough where they can put one on
like
top.
like cordwood.
That's because they can't lay them side by side because all the other soldiers are there.
Yeah.
Well, I sure didn't know that.
They're going to bury me out at Owens at Mount Ephraim, hopefully. My ancestors go back
I'm
quite
gonna
a few
tell 'em.
generations.
Do they
Bury me.
Can you actually go there and see where you're going to be?
Yeah, I already know where it's at. So
Whoa.
I'm on the cemetery committee, in fact, so I have connections.
I said, man, that.
Can you dig it? We're talking about graves.
I'm going to tell them, bury me not on the lone prairie where the coyotes howl and the wind blows free. Something like that.
Take me down to the green valley, there lay the sod o'er me, for I'm a young cowboy, and
Oh, I screwed up. Oh, tease me. We're down to a minute. We're going to have to come to a
That's a good
conclusion
thing.
here with this grave situation here and talk about something else next time. I heard about these people, what do they call them, these people that reincarnated? People believe in reincarnation?
Yeah.
And on their headstone, it's going to say BRB on there.
Be right back.
Be right back. BRB. I'm going to have a little arrow on mine that says see other side. And when they walk to the other side of my tombstone, it's going to say LOL or something on the back or gotcha.
Made you look.
Made you look, you dirty crook. Stole your mama's pocketbook. All right, we're going to steal on out of here. Now, y'all hang in there, and we'll see you next time from the little radio station on the prairie, WFLN.